and welcome to the second season and 35th episode of Renaissance Weekly. So glad you could join us. We are comickers on Michael Close and Michael Donzio, who's finally back on the show!
I had a long vacation. It's the summertime. Anyways. Hey, Mike, what's on the show today?
I'm glad you asked. Today on the show, we have a new segment about the upcoming comedy night and a segment on Poets' Day. But first, we've got a weather report from Australian weatherman Walter Villigore. Walter, let's go with the weather.
Thanks, Mike. This week's forecast is Monday, sunny, high of 90, low of 66. Tuesday, partly cloudy, high of 93, low of 70. Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms, high of 86, low of 62. Thursday, partly cloudy, high of 79, low of 58. Friday, partly cloudy, high of 78, low of 57. Now back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Walter. You know, today's Poets' Day, Mike, and here is Donna with some information on that.
Thank you, Mike. Today is Poets' Day, August 21st. Poetry. We hear the term bandied about all the time, and there isn't a one of us that avoided writing some in our younger days. Whether that poetry was written by the dictate of our instructors in school or driven by hormone-fueled teenage angst, there was a portfolio of our work available to embarrass or edify us. But the question has to be asked, what is poetry really? There seems to be so many varieties of it, and in a world containing hundreds of countries and thousands of cultures, it's the one thing that is nearly universal. So what is poetry? Let's take a look, shall we? At its most base description, poetry is a form of writing that uses the aesthetic and rhythmic qualities of a language, combined with simile and metaphor, to bring out meanings deeper than the mere definition of the words. The history of poetry is lengthy, traceable in written form as far back as the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh, and has been used as a mimetic method of passing down stories and mythologies throughout cultures for countless ages before that. The question of what is poetry has been a question that has vexed philosophers for time out of mind, with Aristotle writing a book aptly named Poetics, trying to define it. However, he was only able to address a small portion of what poetry is and how it is used in rhetoric, song, drama, and comedy. One of the greatest poets of all time heralded from England along the Avon River in the aptly named Stratford-upon-Avon in South Warwickshire, England. This, of course, was the man who has come to be known as the Bard, William Shakespeare. His body of work is the foundation for the study of poetry in colleges throughout the world and is considered to be the absolute pinnacle of the art by many. Such was the love of the Bard's works that during the time of the Victorians, the term bardolatry was used to describe their love of his works. Perhaps the most important lesson to take from the Bard's rise to prominence in the world of poetry and literature lay in the time it took for his works to become legend. It wasn't until the 19th century, hundreds of years after his death, that Shakespeare became the legend we know today. Poets' Day is dedicated to the long history of poetry in the world, and most especially to those who fill our world with the passion and wonder that flows from the tip of their pens. Each form of poetry is unique to the author, as poetry is inevitably born from their feelings and personal experiences, and those experiences are not replicated even in another sharing them. If you've ever written poetry in your life, and we all know you have, on Poets' Day it's time to pick up that pen again and let your inner self spill upon the page like blood upon a dance floor. Take up the pen and write what's in your heart today. Whether you are describing a sunny morning in a garden, the tumultuous rumble of people on a city street, or the final struggling moments of a dying robin on the lawn, bring the world through your eyes to the page. The best celebration of Poets' Day is to compose works of poetic art and compile them for submission to one of the hundreds of amateur poetry publications in the world today. Who knows? 100 years from now, you may be considered one of the greats. Back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Donna. Those were some interesting facts. Today is August 21st, and if you have a birthday today, you celebrate with the likes of, and bear with me, folks, because this is a long list. Melvin Van Pebble, creator and star in the Sweetback's Badass Song. He turns 85. Never heard of it. Kenny Rogers, the gambler, country icon who sold more than 100 million albums in the course of his career, turned 79. Hugh Wilson, creator of WRKO in Cincinnati.
What? WKRP.
WKRP in Cincinnati. And director of the Police Academy films, turns 74. Jackie DeShannon, best known for her songs What the World Needs Now and Put a Little Love in Your Heart, turns 73. Peter Weir, director of The Truman Show and Dead Poets Society, he turns 73. Letter Devine, best known as Mala Hendricks on Boston Public and Adele Weber on Grey's Anatomy, turns 68. Keith Art, retired professional wrestler, brother of the late Owen Hart and WWE Hall of Famer Bret the Hitman Hart, he turns 66. Glenn Hughes, bass guitarist of Deep Purple and briefly frontman of Black Sabbath, turns 65. Kim Cattrall, best known as her role as Samantha Jones in Sex and the City, turns 61. Stephen Hillenberg, marine biologist, director of Rocco's Modern Life, and the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, turns 56. Serge Tankian, lead singer of the group System of a Down, turns 50. Carrie Ann Moss, best known as her role as Trinity in the Matrix movies, and currently stars as Jerry Hogarth on the Netflix original Jessica Jones, which is a very good TV show, by the way, Netflix show, by the way. You should watch it. Turns 50. Liam Howlett, co-founder of the band The Prodigy, known for their song Smack My Bitch Up, turns 46. Yes, I just said that. Sergey Brin, co-founder of Google and president of Google parent company Alphabet Inc., turns 44. The list goes on, folks. Kelly, best known for her Kellis, best known for her song Milkshake, who brings all the boys to the yard. They're damn right. They're better than yours. Turns 38.
Great.
Bernie
Lamar.
Bernie, that's just Bernie, really. Bernie Lamar, NASCAR driver of the Dollar General, and Paul Menard, NASCAR driver of the 27
Chevrolet.
I don't know anything about
Chevrolet
NASCAR.
SS.
Don't know nothing about NASCAR cars. They both turned 37 today.
I thought that was interesting. Both NASCAR drivers, they both had the same birthday.
Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, the twins who supposedly created Facebook, but they didn't. Well, if they did, they got they got gypped. They turned 36 today. Usain Bolt, Jamaican sprinter, who first person to hold both the 100-meter and 200-meter world records, and the first man to win gold in the 100-meter event at 3 separate Olympics, 2008, 2012, and 2016, turns 31.
Wow.
Koki Sakamoto, Japanese gymnast who won silver at the 2008 Olympics, he turns 31. Hayden, I know her name. Panettiere, yeah. Best known as the cheerleader from NBC's Heroes, Claire Bennett. Also the voice of Kira in Kyrie in Kingdom Hearts, turns 28. Bo Burnham, best known for his stand-up comedy, who is also a Boston native, turns 27. R.J. Mitt, best known for his portrayal of Walter Jr. on Breaking Bad, who actually does live with a mild form of cerebral palsy, turns 25. Oh, these names are getting longer and longer. Alright, and now we're into our deaths. Charb. I'm skipping him.
Oh, come on.
Joe Strummer, co-founder of Lyrics, gymnast and lead vocalist of The Clash, who died in 2002, would have been 65 today. Wilt Chamberlain, legendary former Hongo Trobber, as well as the Warrior, 76ers, and Lakers, who died in 1999, would have been 81 today. Frank Perry, director of Mommy Diaz, who died in 1995, would be 87 today. And finally, Fritz Freleng, animator best known for his works on Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies, and he created Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, Sylvester the Cat, Speedy Gonzales, and Yosemite Sam. who died in 1995, would have been 111 today.
Wow, I didn't know some of those people had birthdays today.
Me neither, and I did all the research on my vacation.
Sure you did. Moving on, today is August 21st, and on this day in history, in 1192, Minamoto no Yoritomo becomes the Seitai shogun and the de facto ruler of Japan. In 1841, John Hampden patents the Venetian blind. In 1883, an F5 tornado strikes Rochester, Minnesota, leading to the creation of the Mayo Clinic.
Last night there was an F5 in the wrestling ring.
Okay. In 1888, the first successful adding machine in the United States is patented by William Seward Burroughs. In 1897, Oldsmobile, a brand of American automobiles, is founded and begins operating as a General Motor Corp division. In 1911, the Mona Lisa is stolen by a Louvre employee, Vincenzo Perugia, and is recovered 2 years later, thus making it the most famous painting in the world. Before that, it was just another one of Leonardo da Vinci's paintings. Wasn't really all that special, but it got stolen, and everybody heard about it. Everybody saw it, became famous. 1936, Red Sox Wes Ferrell walks off the mound when he feels he did not get good fielding. The Sox then later suspended him. In 1945, physicist Harry Daghlian is fatally irradiated by a critical accident during an experiment with the Demon Core in Los Alamos National Laboratory.
Fantastic.
In 1957, the Soviet Union successfully conducted a long-range test flight of the R-7 Semyorka, the first intercontinental ballistic missile. In 1959, United States President Dwight D. Eisenhower signs an executive order proclaiming Hawaii the 50th state of the Union. Hawaii's admission was commemorated as Hawaiian Admission Day a decade later. In 1968, James Anderson Jr. posthumously receives the first Medal of Honor to be awarded to an African-American U.S. Marine. Also in 1968, after 5 years, Soviet Union once again jams Voice of America radio. In 1972, the first hot air balloon flight over the Alps happened. In 1975, the U.S. lightens trade embargo against Cuba. 1979, Mets win a protested game against the Astros 5-0. In 1993, NASA loses contact with the Mars Observer spacecraft. In 1996, Netscape Browser 3.0 is released. In 2000, the 82nd PGA Championship, Tiger Woods becomes the first golfer since Ben Hogan in 1953 to win 3 majors in a calendar year. He ties the 2-par record for the PGA at -18 with Bob May and wins in a playoff. In 2015, the oldest message in a bottle, more than 108 years after put into the sea by UK Marine Biological Association, announced, found on a beach in Amrum, Germany. Last year, in 2016, 31st Summer Olympics closes at Maracanã Stadium in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Fantastic.
And finally, today, in 2017, the Great American Total Eclipse traverses the continental United States, and it is visible from North America.
Go watch it. I was not aware of those dates in history. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. You know, Mike, here at the Renaissance Club, we do a lot of work. We also combine work with pleasures where social events come into play. Last week, we took a trip to Canopy Lake Park, which is why I'm wearing this. And we had a movie marathon where we watched the Indiana Jones movies and played bingo.
Fantastics. You know, Mike, our 13th annual comedy night is coming up. I've been trying to promote this very lot lately on our Facebook pages, on my personal Facebook page, the Renaissance Club's Facebook page, and the Renaissance Club's website, which is available, renaissanceclublowell.org. Go check it out. You'll see that we're not lying. This is an actual organization, and you can learn all about us. And we are having our 13th annual comedy night with comedians such as Dennis Fogg, Matt Berry, and Scott McNeil. Also, Rob Steen and Amy T. I did talk with Amy T. Yes, that's right. I am friends with Amy T., a professional comedian on Facebook. Yes, it's on Facebook, but she still talks with me. And she is coming too, so that makes it, we're very happy about that. She's one of the ones that we actually enjoy seeing, even though we might have heard a joke or two, but whatever. It doesn't matter. She's still hilarious, and she supports mental illnesses, which is why this is all about anyway. This is about supporting mental illness, which is what the Renaissance Club is about. All the funds are going to the club, so just purchase your ticket. It's $20, and you're going to get a night out. So if you're in the Lowell, Chelmsford area, even Tewksbury area, or you can get to that area, just call our number, 978-454-7944, and ask to speak to somebody about comedy night. they'll tag you into somebody and purchase a ticket. It's really worth the cause, and it's just all the money's going to us. So, you know. Anyways, so Mike, how do you get holy water?
I don't know, Mike. How do you get holy water?
You boil the hell out of it.
That reminds me, you got baptized the other day, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Mike Closey.
Now Michael D'Annunzio finally back.
Thanks for joining us once again here at Renaissance Weekly. Remember, folks, life always offers you a second chance. It's called tomorrow.
Booyaka, booyaka 619. This episode is brought to you by Canopy Lake Park. What a park it is.
But the weather. Thanks, Donna. Those are some interesting facts. Today is August 21st. Oh, yeah, you can read that. I'm used to doing this on my own now.
Yeah, I know. It's happened.
Bloopers!
Anyways,
They wanted me to see if you guys needed any help with the video.
No, okay.
not yet.
Okay. Just let me know.
Right, not a joke. Okay.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us once again here at Renaissance Weekly. And I've done things out of order once again.
It's alright. You can cut that.
Probably gonna keep it in unless it means something bad.
No, it's just a